Hey everybody, it's Bill Cecil again with your tip of the day. Hey, today's tip is a great end of the year activity you can use with your current students to get ready for next year's group of students that you can use throughout the year. And it's called Create a Best Year Ever list. What you do is at the end of the year, towards the last week of school, maybe the second to last week of school, start talking about the year you've had and how you know it's going to be sad to see them leave, and start talking about the memories that you guys are going to take with you from this point on forward for the rest of your lives, hopefully. And ask them to start maybe brainstorming in the group some of the highlights of the year that they remember. Maybe they could be talking about it and brainstorming on paper. Maybe they're just having a conversation. But after you give them 2 or 3 minutes to do that, have them generate a class list, maybe with you at the chalkboard or on a big chart paper. You can start writing down. And what I ask them to think about is, what were some of your favorite memories of the year in this classroom? What were some of your favorite assignments in this classroom? What were some of your favorite projects? What were some of your favorite stories that I told throughout the year? Basically just letting them kind of go take that short trip down memory lane for the year and capture some of the things that stuck out. It's sort of like throwing spaghetti on the wall to see if it's done. You see what sticks, right? Well, same thing with the year. What stuck out to them as some of the best of the best year ever stuff that you were doing with them throughout the year. That way what you can do is you can create a list that you can use again next year to make sure that throughout the year you're hitting some of those highlights. And what's great about having that list is I can even tell my students, in fact I've even shown them the list at the beginning of the year and say, look at all these great things that my students said that we did last year that I'm going to make sure I do for you again. These were teacher tested but kid approved. The kids loved these, and I want to make sure I give them to you this year as well. So it kind of lets them know, ooh, it's going to be a good year. There's some good things coming their way. And I'll even, as I'm introducing a project, say, oh, by the way, this was one of my kids' favorite from last year. In fact, it made the list. And then I'll introduce the project. And right there, they're already more excited about it because they know that the kids from last year really loved it. It's an easy thing to do, and what's great is it also helps the kids start bringing closure to the year and helps them really remember, wow, we really did do a lot this year. We really did have some fun in here this year. We really did do some memorable things this year that you want them to remember. If I try to do it all on my own, I'll forget a lot of things. I'm amazed at what the kids tell me that I forgot we did, in fact. So make sure you take some time before the last week of school or at the beginning of the last week of school and generate this list. It will be good for you to use with your students the following year, but it will also be great closure for the kids that you have this year. Give it a shot. It doesn't take much time. Hey, and remember, best year ever. You have the power to make it happen.